are not yet a nation. Now, a country is a group of people or association of people who are living in a geographic defined location.
Okay, una dey very close.
Geographically defined location. That is what you call a country. Like we have Nigeria. Nigeria is a country. We have boundary. We are living on a defined boundary. We have boundary with different other countries. But that does not make us a nation. And that is why we have been operating as a country. And we move from country to a state. And lack nation. And that is why you can never have a nation building in Nigeria. Except to come back and become a nation before we talk about nation building.
But we both they call us a nation now.
No, they don't call us a nation. We are country. Yes. A country is we are country. Who calls you a nation? Do you know what it means to take? Do you know what it takes to be a nation? So for you to be a nation, you have to move from being a country into being a nation. What does it mean to be a nation? What it means is that this is a situation where you identify your core values. The value you share in common is the association of people. Peoples. Now, peoples in this context means people, those who may not have the same genealogical background. People who may not have the same original background. People who may not have a different culture or tradition. But now they have some values together, yes. Now, what they look at now is what are the core values, what are the things that hold us together, different from where we come from. Now, if they identify their core value, now they will now from their core value, they will be able to build a nation. Now, as it stands now, the core value of a people, the core value of the association of people, give them what is called a sense of ownership of themselves, whom they are, and a sense of ownership of their society. So Nigeria have not been able to identify its core value that will make them to be a nation. And for that reason, we are not yet a nation, but we move from not being a nation to being a state. And that is what we are suffering today. On to identify our core value, which will give us a vision as a people, which will give us a dream as a people, which will give us a goal and a direction as a people. We can never build a society that is livable. So what is our core value now? If they ask you Nigeria core value, because if it's in a nation, you should be able to know your core value. Now, your core value drive the kind of decision, the kind of choice, and the kind of agenda the leader set for the people.
We are the most populous black nation.
Most populous black country.
We are giant of Africa.
Black country. So
okay, not nation, country.
Yes.
Sorry.
And this is exactly what is happening. So when you are a nation, and you now move from being a nation into constituting authorities that will establish a state. It's when the nation is get to the point that they have a constituted authorities or institution. That institution make up a state. And that is why you now get what he said, that power belongs to the people. Because people who have a shared value have been able to come up with a constitution that define their purpose of reason, their direction of existence. Now, that now give them the kind of state and institution they will operate that is suitable to them, and they can address their value and give them a sense of ownership as a society. And that is why if you go, for instance, in I think section 2 of Nigeria, this is not even my topic today. Section 2, but let me just actually enlighten our people. Section 2 of 1999 Constitution. You see, the power resides with the government instead of the people. And that is why government can rise and do anything, and people will not rise up against it, because the power belongs to the government. And that is why you hear commander-in-chief of the armed forces, the commander-in-chief, and that is why the institution are loyal to the authority of government, that is the government, instead of the people. Now they no longer serve the people, they serve the individuals that man the institution, because there is no a shared value that define a sense of direction, ownership, and vision of that country. So as it stands now, what is the way forward? The way forward is either that will reverse and come back to, first and foremost, build a nation, and from nation we move into a country, and into a state. where we have institutions that operate, and that institution will help in building and strengthening our society for growth.
And that